Morning students. Today's class is the Krebs cycle. In respiration, four stages is there. One is the glycolysis, second one is the pyruvic decarboxylation, third is Krebs cycle, fourth is electronics transport chain (ETS). So in four stages, the aerobic respiration is completed and energy is released. So both plants and animals, these four stages occurred in aerobic respiration. Today we discuss about the Krebs cycle. So after aerobic respiration, after glycolysis, the pyruvic acid oxidative decarbonylation and converted to acetyl coenzyme A. These acetyl coenzyme are initial matter for Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle or TCA cycle. So this is the Krebs cycle comparative schematic program. So introduction, Krebs cycle also known TCA, tricarboxylic acid cycle, because in this cycle three carboxylic acids are formed. Three carboxylic group acids having three carboxylic groups. So that's why it called tricarboxylic acid cycles. So at the same time, it is also called citric acid cycle because the first formed compound is citric acid. That's why we also called citric acid cycle. So Krebs cycle also known as TCA cycle, also known as citric acid. So the initial compound of the TCA cycle is acetyl coenzyme A. So in TCA cycle, the acetyl coenzyme A goes to oxidative decarboxylation and released carbon dioxide and water molecule. So what happened in TCA cycle? The acetyl coenzyme A converted to carbon dioxide and water molecule in the process of oxidative decarboxylation. So TCA cycle is the central metabolic pathway. So TCA cycle is the central metabolic pathway. The TCA cycle is the final common oxidative pathway for carbohydrates, fats, amino acids. So Krebs cycle or the tricarboxylic acid cycle supplies energy and also provides many intermediates required for synthesis of amino acids, glucose, heme, etc. So TCA cycle only for energy release, not only release of energy, but also for synthesis some cell requirements, that is amino acids, glucose, heme synthesis. TCA cycle is most important central pathway connecting almost all the individual metabolic pathways. So it connecting all the individual metabolic pathways. So what is the TCA cycle definition? Citric acid cycle or TCA cycle or tricarboxylic acid cycle essentially involves the oxidation of acetyl coenzyme A to carbon dioxide and water molecules. So what is the TCA or citric acid? What is the Krebs cycle? Just it involved the acetyl coenzyme going to oxidation and release of carbon dioxide and water molecule. So where is the TCA cycle location? So it is the mitochondrial matrix in close premix to the ETC. So where it occurred mitochondria matrix, the TCA place is the mitochondria matrix. So how the mitochondria, you know that mitochondria, so it's a rod shaped organelle. These mitochondria covered by double membrane, between the two membrane some empty spaces available, that is called perimitochondrial space. The inside of the mitochondria is called matrix. The inner membrane invade to matrix and like finger-like structures called cristae. So it takes place in the matrix of the mitochondria. It happens once for every pyruvate molecule in glycolysis. Purpose conversion of acetyl coenzyme to carbon dioxide. So generates reducing equivalents NADH2, FADH2, GTP. In the process of the acetyl coenzyme convert to carbon dioxide and water molecule. In the process, what happened? NADH2, FADH2 and GTP formed. So after NADH, FADH in the respiratory chain generate ATP. So overview, it's just you see the what happened in that respiration. Glycogen converted to glucose. Glucose participated in glycolysis cycle that gives pyruvate. Pyruvate participated in decarboxylation, oxidation and converted to acetyl coenzyme. In this one carbon dioxide released. Then acetyl coenzyme entered in Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle and fully decarboxylation and oxidation and converted to carbon dioxide and hydrogen molecule. Finally, the formation of NADHD in the process of glucose to pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme to carbon dioxide and water molecule formed some NADH2, FADH2. These NADH2, FADH2 participated in electron transportation and generated ATPs. So finally the energy generated. This is the overview. Acetyl coenzyme A. So pyruvate, acetyl coenzyme A, important intermediate compound. It is participated many metabolic pathway. So acetyl pyruvate convert to acetyl coenzyme A. So glucose convert to pyruvate, pyruvate convert to acetyl coenzyme, acetyl coenzyme A participating Krebs cycle. Fatty acids converted to acetyl coenzyme A, acetyl coenzyme A participated in Krebs cycle. And ketogenic amino acids also converted to acetyl coenzyme A, acetyl coenzyme A participated in Krebs cycle. At the same time, acetyl coenzyme A not only participated in Krebs cycle, other metabolic pathways also. So first time oxidation in Krebs cycle, that is the main thing in respiration. Acetyl coenzyme sometimes forms synthesis of fatty acid. Acetyl coenzyme participates synthesis of cholesterol converted to steroid hormone. Finally, the steroid hormones initial compound is the acetyl coenzyme. At the same time, acetyl coenzyme formed ketone bodies. So the acetyl coenzyme is the key compound in the metabolic pathway. It is formed from carbohydrates, fatty acids and ketogenic amino acids. And both acetyl coenzyme formed from carbohydrates, fatty acids are fats, amino acids are proteins. At the same time, acetyl coenzyme participated in oxidation and gives released energy. One thing. Second thing, it formed fatty acids. Third one, it formed cholesterol. Cholesterol finally used for preparation of or synthesis of steroid hormones. Acetyl coenzyme A also used for synthesis of ketone bodies. So the acetyl coenzyme is the key compound in all the living cells. Reaction of TCA cycle. In TCA cycle, before that, oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme by PDH complement. This step is connecting link between glycolysis and TCA cycle. So before that, in the glycolysis, the end product is pyruvic acid. In TCA cycle, the initial compound is the acetyl coenzyme. So in the glycolysis TCA, between one reaction is there, that is pyruvic oxidative decarboxylation. In this reaction, the pyruvate converted to acetyl coenzyme A. The acetyl coenzyme is the main compound for starting of Krebs cycle. So the pyruvate formed from the glycolysis cycle, the pyruvate converted to acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme is the initial compound for participating in Krebs cycle. So reaction of TCA cycle. So the initial compound is the acetyl coenzyme, we know. First step, what happened? Oxaloacetate condenses with acetyl coenzyme A to form citrate, catalyzed by the enzyme citrate synthetase. The first reaction is first reaction. What is the first reaction? Oxaloacetic acid combined with acetyl coenzyme A to form citric acid in the presence of citric synthetase enzyme. So inhibited by ATP NADH citrate, competitive inhibitor of oxaloacetate. So these reaction inhibited by ATP NADH citrate, competitive inhibitor by oxaloacetate. Step 2. First step, what happened? First step, oxaloacetate combined with acetyl coenzyme and form citric acid. What is the second and third step? Just you see. Citric acid isomerized into isocitric acid in the presence of aconitase enzyme. This is the second step. What is the second step? Citric acid takes water molecule and converted to isocitric acid in the presence of aconitase enzyme. So this achieved two-stage reaction. This is a stick reaction. So next steps, the isocitric acid lost one water molecule in the presence of aconitase enzymes and form in this citric citrate converted to isocitric acid in the presence enzyme of aconitase. In this two-stage reaction, first the citrate is converted to cis-aconitic acid converted to isoatric acid. So students, once I explain the 2 and 3 steps is the citric acid converted to isocitric acid. The step second is citric acid converted to cis-aconic amla in the presence of aconitase enzyme. This is the second step. So carefully listen. Citric acid takes water molecule and form cis-aconic amla in the presence of aconitase enzyme. This is the second reaction. Third reaction, these cis-aconic acid loss of one water molecule in the presence of aconitic enzyme converted to isocitric acid. So 2 and 3 steps is the citric acid converted to isocitric acid. So now step 4 and 5. Isocitric acid catalyzed and conversion of oxalosuccinic acid. In the fourth step, what happened? Isocitric dehydrogen is catalyzed and converted to oxalosuccinic acid. Oxalosuccinic acid decarboxylate and alpha ketoglutarate acid. So in this reaction, NADH, formation of NADH and the liberation of CO2 occur at this stage. Stimulated by isocitric acid, NAD plus, magnesium, ADP, calcium ions, inhibited by NADHT, ATP. So the step 4 is, students carefully in, isocitric acid converted to oxalosuccinic acid. What happened in this reaction? Oxidative decarboxylation. So oxalosuccinate converted to alpha ketoglutarate acid. The for in these step fourth and fifth reaction, one NADH formed, carbon dioxide released. So the carbon dioxide molecule produced in step 3 and 4 of the citric acid cycle are the carbon dioxide molecules for exhale in the process of respiration. So citric acid converted to oxalic acid and alpha ketoglutarate. In this reaction, carbon dioxide released. This carbon dioxide released in the respiration, human respiration, we released carbon dioxide. Where is the carbon dioxide? Where is it come from? This is the respiration. In this process, acetyl coenzyme degradation in this reaction and exhale the carbon dioxide molecule. Step 6. Conversion of alpha ketoglutarate acid to succinic coenzyme occurs through oxidative decarboxylation. Another oxidative decarboxylation. Actually, acetyl coenzyme having 2 carbons only. First reaction, first carbon released at the oxalosuccinic acid to alpha ketoglutarate acid. So next oxidative decarboxylation, another one is the alpha ketoglutarate to succinyl coenzyme. In this reaction, one carbon dioxide released and one NADH formed. So two oxidative decarboxylation reactions occurred. One is the oxalosuccinic acid to alpha ketoglutarate acid formed. In this reaction, CO2 released, one NADH formed. Then alpha ketoglutarate to succinyl coenzyme A. In this reaction, one NADH form. At the same time, carbon dioxide. Just you see the cycle. This is the cycle. First acetyl coenzyme combined with oxaloacetic acid and form citrate. First reaction. Citrate. Second reaction, citrate taken water molecule and formed cis-aconitic amla in the presence of aconitase. Third reaction, aconitic acid converted to isocitric acid. Fourth reaction, isocitric acid converted to oxalosuccinic acid. In this reaction, one NADH formed. Oxalosuccinic acid converted to alpha ketoglutarate acid. In this reaction, one carbon dioxide released. Alpha ketoglutarate acid converted to succinyl coenzyme. In this, one carbon dioxide molecule released NADH form. Total, the fifth reaction, sixth reaction, both two reactions, the decarboxylation. Decarboxylation means the carbon dioxide is released. So acetyl coenzyme having only 2 carbons. The 2 carbons are in the fifth, sixth reaction released in the form of carbon dioxide. So the fourth reaction is the oxidation reaction, in which NADH formed. The sixth reaction is the oxidative decarboxylation. Carbon dioxide released, NADH form. The fifth reaction is only decarboxylation. So this is the process. So next, after sixth reaction, the seventh reaction, succinyl coenzyme converted to succinate by succinate thiokinase enzyme. In this reaction, one GDP converted to GDP. This is the substrate level phosphorylation. This is the substrate level. In Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle, one substrate level phosphorylation occurs. That is the seventh reaction. In this, GDP to converted to GDP. In plants, ADP converted to GDP. In animal cells, GDP converted to GDP. Remembering this thing. In plants respiration, Krebs cycle, seventh reaction, the substrate level phosphorylation, GDP, substrate level phosphorylation in animal cells formed GDP. Plant cells directly ATP formed. This is the difference between. Step 8. Succinate or succinic acid oxidized by succinate dehydrogenase enzyme to fumarate. In this reaction, in this eighth reaction, one FADH2 formed. One FADH2 formed. The step 9, formation of malate. The fumarate converted to malic acid with the help of fumarase enzyme. In this reaction, add addition of one water molecule to fumarate and converted to malate. Next, step 10, conversion of malate to oxalate. Malate to oxidized to oxalated by malate dehydrogenase. The third and final synthesis of NADH occurs at this stage. The oxalated is regenerated, which can combine with another molecule of acetyl coenzyme and continue the cycle. So this is the total cycle. Once again I explain here. In Krebs cycle or TCA cycle or citric acid, the first reaction acetyl coenzyme A combined with oxaloacetate in the presence of citric synthase enzyme and formed citrate or citric acid. Citrate or citric acid in the presence of acantose enzyme, one water molecule addition and formed cis-aconitic amla. This is the second reaction. What is the second reaction? Citric acid converted to cis-aconitic amla. The third reaction, cis-aconitic amla converted to isocitric amla, loss of one water molecule in the presence of aconitase enzyme. This is the third reaction. Fourth reaction is the oxidation. Remember that. Fourth reaction is the oxidation. Isocitric acid going to oxidation and formed oxalosuccinic acid. In this reaction, one AD and one NADH converted to NADH2. So NAD reduction to NADH2. So this is the oxidation reaction. First oxidation reaction. So next, fifth reaction, oxalosuccinic acid in the presence of oxalosuccinic acid, decarboxylase in the presence of decarboxylase enzyme, it is converted to alpha ketoglutarate. In this reaction, one carbon dioxide release. This is the decarboxylation reaction. Now, sixth reaction, what happened? Alpha ketoglutaric acid in the presence of alpha ketoglutaric dehydrogenase enzyme, it is going to oxidative decarboxylation, formed succinyl coenzyme A, at the same time released one carbon dioxide and formed NADH2. So here the fourth reaction is the oxidation, fifth reaction is the oxidative decarboxylation, sixth reaction is the oxidative decarboxylation. Now seventh reaction, succinyl coenzyme A in the presence of succinate thiokinase enzyme, it is converted to succinic acid or succinate. In this reaction, one substrate level phosphorylation reaction is there, that is ADP converted to ATP in plants. In animal cells, GDP converted to GTP. This is the seventh reaction. Now, eighth reaction, the succinate in the presence of succinic acid dehydrogenase enzyme, it is converted to fumarate. In this reaction, one FAD reduction to FADH2. This is also oxidative reaction. So now next, there is the ninth reaction. The fumarate added one water molecule with the presence of fumarase enzyme. It is converted to malic acid. This is the ninth reaction. The 10th reaction, the malic acid and malate in the presence of malic dehydrogenase, it is converted to oxaloacetate. The final product oxaloacetate is formed. Oxaloacetate once again combined with acetyl coenzyme. Once again the citric acid is initiated. So in the 10th reaction, the NAD reduction to NADH2. This is also oxidation reaction. In Krebs cycle, there is 4 oxidation reactions, two carboxylation reactions present. Oxidation present fifth reaction, that is the isocitrate to oxalosuccinic acid. Fourth reaction isocitrate to oxalosuccinic acid. Sixth reaction alpha ketoglutarate to succinyl coenzyme. Seventh reaction succinate to fumarate. Tenth reaction malate to oxalate. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 oxidation. 2 carboxylation, decarboxylation. One is the oxalosuccinate to alpha ketoglutarate. Next one the alpha ketoglutarate to succinyl coenzyme. These are the 2 decarboxylation. One is the substrate phosphorylation. That is the seventh reaction, succinyl coenzyme to succinic acid. So these are the Krebs cycle reaction. Once again, this is the complete picture of the Krebs cycle. So before the Krebs cycle, pyruvate converted to acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A, initial compound for starting compound for Krebs cycle. You know all the reaction. So another important thing why we called Krebs cycle. These reactions are discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. He got Nobel for his work. That's why we called this cycle is called Krebs cycle. These are the 10 reactions present in this 10 reaction. 4 oxidation reactions, 2 decarboxylation reactions, 1 substrate level phosphorylation reaction is present. So you observe the first reaction is the oxaloacetate plus acetyl coenzyme A formed citrate. Second reaction citrate converted to cisaconatic amlam. Third reaction cisaconatic amlam converted to isocitric acid. Fourth reaction isocitric converted to oxalosuccinic acid. In this reaction is the oxidation. In this reaction NADH2 form. Fifth reaction oxalosuccinic amlam converted to alpha ketoglutarate amlam. In this reaction one carbon dioxide is released. This is the decarboxylation reaction. The sixth reaction is the alpha ketoglutarate acid converted to succinyl coenzyme A. See in this reaction one carbon dioxide released, one NADH2 formed. This is the oxidation and decarboxylation. Both reactions occur in this step. The seventh is the succinyl coenzyme A converted to succinic acid. This is the substrate level phosphorylation reaction. In this one ADP converted to ATP. This is the seventh reaction. The eighth reaction is the succinic acid converted to fumaric acid. This is the oxidative reaction. In this FAD converted to FADH2. The ninth reaction is the fumaric acid converted to malic acid. The 10th reaction is the malic acid converted to oxaloacid. This is the oxidative reaction in this NADH2 form. So 1 Krebs cycle, 3 NADH2 forms, 1 FADH2 form, 1 ATP form. So the glucose in glycolysis 2 pyruvates formed. So the Krebs cycle for one molecule glucose, the Krebs cycle did 2 times. So finally 6 NADH2, 2 ATP, 2 FADH for one glucose molecule. So regeneration of oxaloacetate, the TCA cycle basically involves oxidation of acetyl coenzyme to carbon dioxide with the simultaneous regeneration of oxaloacetate. There is no net consumption of oxaloacetate or any other intermediate in the cycle. Just the acetyl coenzyme degrade into carbon dioxide. The significance of the TCA or citrate or Krebs cycle. Complete oxidation of acetyl coenzyme, first thing, ATP generation, final common oxidative pathway, integration of major metabolic pathways, fat is burned on the wick of carbohydrates, excess carbohydrates are converted as neutral fat, no net synthesis of carbohydrates from fat, carbon skeleton of amino acid finally enter the TCA cell. Requirement of oxygen by T cycle. There is no direct participation of oxygen in the TCA cycle. Operates only under aerobic conditions. This is due to NAD, FAD required for the operation of the cycle can be generated in the respiratory chain only in the presence of oxygen. There are citric acid cycle is strictly aerobic. So actually there is no direct participation of oxygen TCA cycle, but oxygen presence, the pyruvic acid entered to the oxidative decarboxylation and Krebs cycle. If there is no oxygen, the pyruvic did not go to Krebs cycle. So, but the oxygen as final step of the respiration, ETC required. The respiration chain is presence of oxygen. So, energetics of the Krebs cycle or TCA cycle, oxidation of 3 NADH. So, in the formation of 3 NADH by ETC coupled with oxidative phosphorylation result in the synthesis of 9 ATP. FADH leads to the formation of 2 ATP. One substrate level phosphorylation is 1 ATP. Total 9 plus 2 plus 1. 12 ATP formed one Krebs cycle, that is one acetyl coenzyme. So, for one glucose molecule, 2 pyruvates formed, 2 pyruvic acid formed, 2 pyruvic acid converted to 2 acetyl coenzyme. So, for one glucose molecule, the Krebs cycle going on 2 times. That's why 24 ATPs for one glucose molecule in Krebs cycle. So, this is the schematic of Krebs cycle. This is a regulation of TCA cycle. So, many types of enzymes, cofactors and minerals regulated. So, the acetyl coenzyme, NADH, sectional coenzyme, citric acid are the inhibitors. So, inhibitors in the chart, the enzyme inhibitors and producers and enzymes in this regulation of TCA. The regulator of enzyme citrate synthetase isocitrate in the alpha glutathione these 3 enzymes are regulatory enzymes regulating by some other materials. Citrate synthetase is inhibited by ATP, NADH, acetyl coenzyme and a succinyl coenzyme. Isocitric dehydratation is activated by ADP and inhibited by ATP and NADH. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase is inhibited by succinyl coenzyme A and NADH. Availability of ADP is very important for TCA cycle to proceed. Transamination. So in Krebs cycle is the actually catabolic reactions present, but some of the anabolic reactions also occurred in the Krebs cycle. That is the transamination. Transamination is a process where an amino acid transferred to amino group, a keto group in itself gets converted to a keto acid. The formation of alpha ketoglutarate and oxaloacetic occurs by this mechanism. So TCA cycle is an open cycle, operates only under aerobic condition. This is the final common pathway of oxidative metabolism. 2 carbon dioxide molecules are released as a waste product of respiration. So, stoichiometry of the TCA cycle, the final acetyl coenzyme A, oxaloacetate, FAD, NAD, GDP plus positive converted to oxaloacetic 2 carbon dioxide plus coenzyme A, FADH2, 3 NADH2 plus ATP or GTP. GTP in animal cells, ATP in plant cells. So, energetic to acetyl coenzyme A. So, the above reaction, 1 NADH2 gives 3 ATP in 1 FADH2, 2 ATP, 1 ATP. So, total 12 ATP for one Krebs cycle. But the one glucose molecule completely oxidation for 2 times in Krebs cycle. So, 24 for one glucose molecule in Krebs cycle. So, the ATP generation, you know that old calculation, new calculation, NADH2 3, the first NADH2 from isocitrate to alpha glutathione, second alpha glutathione, that's also NADH gives 3, succinyl coenzyme GTP1, GTP or ATP11, FADH gives 2 in the old calculation, new calculation 1.5, NADH old calculation 3, new calculation 2.5. Finally, old calculation 1 Krebs cycle gives 12 ATP, new calculation 10 ATP. One glucose molecule participated in Krebs cycle. 24 ATP in old calculation, 20 ATP in new calculation. Significance of the TCA cycle: complete oxidation of acetyl coenzyme as a provider of energy, final common oxidative pathway, integration of major metabolic pathways, fat is burned on the wick of carbohydrates, excess carbohydrates are convertible to neutral fat, no net synthesis of carbohydrates from fat, amino acid enters TCA cycle, ampobolic pathway, both catabolic and anabolic reactions present in this aneuploidic role. This is the significance. Complete oxidation, you know that this is the ATP generation and AD generation. This is the final common oxidative pathway. Pyruvate is converted to acetyl coenzyme by the action of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, a huge enzyme complex. Acetyl coenzyme is converted to 2-carbon dioxide by the 8-step citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle or TCA cycle, generating 3 NADH, 1 FADH and 1 ATP. So, intermediates of citric acid cycle are also used as biosynthetic precursor of many other biomolecules including fatty acids, steroids, amino acids, pyrimidines and glucose. Oxaloacetate can get replenished from pyruvate via a carboxylation reaction catalyzed the biotin containing pyruvate carboxylase. So this is the complete discussion of the Krebs cycle. Very easy. So remembering everything, just you learn what the cycle, then explaining the stepwise. This is very simple. Thank you very much, my dear students. Okay, thank you.